All right, we're here again. Good afternoon, once again, online viewers, and thank you for those who are with us yesterday during our fourth day. Of course, we are again grateful for your online presence this afternoon as we have the fifth day of the MSEUF Online Career Education Series. Greetings and best regards to all our enthusiasts, especially to our grade 12 students, our parents, and of course, our teachers.
Good afternoon also to our online viewers out there, especially from other schools who are with us today. And of course, hello, Sir Jade. Good day to you, sir.
Hello, Denise. How are you today?
I'm very good today, sir. At kahit malamig ang panahon, ay nakaka-excite pa rin ang ating episode for this afternoon. Right, sir?
Exactly, and I'm also excited because our topic for this afternoon is really interesting. And thank you, Denise, for joining me here today, hosting the second day of this week's webinar. I would just like to acknowledge the online presence of our students from Calipan National High School. Hello, students from Calipan National High School.
The students from Dalahican National High School. Hello po sa inyo. Maraming salamat po para sa pag-join po sa atin today.
All right.
And let us now commence this webinar with a doxology to be followed by a singing of Philippine National Anthem and the University Hymn.
Where there seems to be no way, He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. Oh, God will make a way where there seems to be no way. He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. He will be my guide, hold me closely to His side. With love and strength for each new day, He will make a way. He will make a way. By a roadway in the wilderness, He'll lead me. Rivers in the desert will I see. Heaven and earth will fade, but His word will still remain. And He will do something new today. Oh, God will make a way where there seems to be no way. He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. He will be my guide, hold me closely to His side. With love and strength for each new day, He will make a way. He will make a way. With love and strength for each new day, He will make a way. He will make a way.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Bayang magiliw, pelas na silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, buwit ka ng magiting, sa manlulupit, di ka masisingit, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit ng buka, may nilagang tulat, awit sa paglayang minamahal, maghihiling, lupa ng araw ng walang pagsinta, may langis sa piling mo. Ang ligaya na pag may nakaapi, ang mamatay ng nais sa'yo.
And what forever, forever for me, with burning loyalty and love, our young hearts will be. You're the star of our destiny through eternity. Maroon and white forever, in Berga you for me. Maroon and white forever, forever for me. With burning loyalty and love, our young hearts will be. You're the star of our destiny through eternity. Maroon and white forever, in Berga you for me.
All right. Again, welcome to MSEUF Online Career Education Series, Day 5. Yesterday, we just have tackled and dig deeper on on our current situation in the midst of a pandemic. And I think it's the best time for us to dig deeper on the so-called netizenship because, as we navigate the online platform, Denise, no, since we are in a new normal setup, I think it's best for us to discuss this topic. Of course, let us not forget our mental health as well.
That's right, Sir Jade. I totally agree with you. And ang episode po natin ngayong hapon na ito ay talaga namang magagamit and very informative para sa karamihan, lalo na po sa parte ng mga estudyante. And Sir Jade, for today's series, we will focus on this topic, digital well-being, responsible netizenship. So sabi nga nila, becoming a flame warrior can be an indication of one's failure to be a responsible netizen. Like any other social activity, an online discussion group typically requires its members or participants to abide by rules of acceptable behavior. And certainly, the Enverga University will be a great help to you in becoming a responsible netizen. So students and our online viewers, sit tight, listen well, and get ready to take down your notes.
You're right, Denise. And of course, let's not forget that we are now live on the MSEUF Facebook page and on the MSEUF YouTube channel. And to all our online viewers, please help us by sharing this live stream on your Facebook accounts and even our streaming on YouTube. Use our official hashtag MSEUF Career Ed in sharing your thoughts for today's discussion across your social media accounts. And feel free to send your shoutouts for us to mention your tracks, schools, or even your strand. And of course, Denise, let's give them these two objectives na meron tayo ngayong tanghaling ito. No? Unahin natin na this discussion that we're going to have this afternoon is, of course, aiming to determine what acts are considered as crimes under the Republic Act 10175 or the so-called Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012.
Yes, and of course to gain knowledge on how to avoid being victimized by the cyber criminals and become a responsible internet user.
That's right.
And to formally start this event, let's have Dr. Benilda N. Villenas, the Vice President for Academics and Research, to give us her welcome remarks.
There's a song called Que Sera Sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future is not ours to see. Que sera, sera. But the future will not just fall on your lap like an apple falling from a tree. You've got to work hard to attain your desirable future. This means knowing what your strengths are so that you can sustain and expand them. And at the same time, coming to terms with your weaknesses and overcoming them through education and training. This webinar hopes to assist you to carve a desirable future for yourselves. Listen well and listen attentively so that you can plan your career moves. This session will help you take stock of what you can be and what you can do to achieve it. Welcome and good day.
Thank you so much for that, Dr. Benilde N. Villenas, the Vice President for Academics and Research.
And of course, this time, let us all watch the AVPs of all departments and colleges para makita natin, Sir Jade, kung ano ba yung glimpse ng meron ba sa each department and colleges. So, of course, let's start with the College of Criminal Justice and Criminology, the College of International Hospitality and Tourism Management, and the College of Computing and Multimedia Studies.
Be one of us.
All right, and now let us watch from the College of Architecture and Fine Arts, the College of Business and Accountancy, and the College of Nursing and Allied Health Sciences.
I need you so, 'cause right now you know there's nothing here with me, and I'm obsessed with you. Then I fell to the ground, and she smiled at me and said, I don't wanna see you cry. You don't have to feel this emptiness. She said, I love you till the day that I die. Well, maybe she's right, 'cause I don't wanna feel like I'm not me. And to be honest, I don't even know why I let myself get down in the first place. Seen through my eyes. You know you need to get yourself to sleep and dream a dream of you and I. There's no need to keep an open eye. I promise I'm the one for you. Just let me hold you in these arms tonight. I'm lucky to be me. You can see it in my face. Back when I fucked my shit up too many times, why would I let myself get down in the first place? Keep on my days. Sunflowers still moving high. Waiting for a minute till the sun seems through my eyes. Dig it down, 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 down. Dig it down, 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 down. Waiting for a minute till the sun seems through my eyes.
'Cause once upon a time you were my everything. It's clear to see that time hasn't changed a thing. It's very deep inside me, but I feel there's something you should know. I will never forget you. You will always be by my side. From the day that I met you, I knew that I would love you till the day I die. And I will never want much more. And in my heart I will always be sure. I will never forget you. You will always be by my side till the day I die. 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 Day I 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 day. Always be by my side. Always be by my always be by my side. By my side. By my side. By my loving it, everything that we do.
All along I knew I had something special with you.
Sometimes you just gotta know that these things fall through.
I'm still tired, I can't hide my connection with you.
Feeling it, loving it, everything that we do. All along I knew I had something special with you. Sometimes you just gotta know that these things fall through. I can have my connection with you. I'll never forget you. You will always be by my side. From the day that I met you.
And now let us see the glimpse from the College of Arts and Sciences, College of Education, and College of
Kakaiba kasi kayo, kakaiba sa maraming aspeto. Sa kapatid na turingan, sa damayan, sa salo-salo. Video dito, video doon, edit dito, edit doon. Mascom yan, isa sa pinakamatibay sa puyatan. Babasahin ko ang isip mo, wag hihinga, wag gagalaw, psych ito, the joke lang. May problema ka ba? Ito ang payo. Muna ate, nanay ang gabay. Sir na kuya, tropa, tatay. Tagay, oh, yan ang kas. Yan ang kas.
Oh, yan ang kas. Oh, yan ang kas. Oh, yan ang kas. Oh, yan ang kas. Oh, yan ang kas. Kung oras na gusto mo na kami makapiling, kapatid tanggap ka naman namin. Minsan takot lang kami sa araw, inyong mapapansin, pero astig dito sa amin, nag-shades kahit madilim.
And that's it. And last but not the least, we have the College of Maritime Education and the Basic Education Department.
The College of Maritime Education, as an integral part of Manuel Asenberga University Foundation, strives to produce men and women seafarers adequately prepared to commit themselves to the service of God, country, and fellow men. Manuel Asenberga University Foundation, in its commitment to quality and excellence, had subjected its programs to a series of assessment, accreditation, and ISO monitoring. The university continuously receives recognition from the Commission on Higher Education, as the university was recently awarded autonomous status. The College of Maritime Education provides and equips students with knowledge, understanding, proficiencies, skills, competencies, attitudes, and values to qualify and prepare them for assessment and certification as officer in charge of a navigational watch, engineering watch, and to provide students to qualify and pursue a professional career to advance their studies in a related maritime field of specialization. The maritime transportation and the maritime engineering, the students in, by the combination of general education, applied marine and other sciences, corporal and mental activity, and unparalleled shipboard training. We ensure that the department employs outcomes-based education, blended learning, and modern technology to ensure that the cadets are globally competitive. The College of Maritime Education trains its students with the efforts of the university's academic faculty who are trained and have practiced the fields of marine transportation and engineering. We also enhance the capability of the maritime education delivery system through purposive faculty development. Majority of the faculty members are management level and have 6.09, 3.12, and 6.10 trainings. Additionally, some have topped the PRC board exams. The MV Romana, a room simulator using 3D technology. The smart system can simulate any weather and tide condition. Over the years, the department is continuously conforming to the shipboard deployment rate set by the Commission on Higher Education, Maritime Industry Authority, or CHED Marina. Recently, the group of student and faculty won second best national conference paper entitled Development and Validation of Shipboard Training Manual, Guide for Cadets in Finishing Bachelor of Science in Marine Engineering and Marine Transportation programs. The alumni of the College of Maritime Education work all over the world. Be equipped, sail, and soar with the College of Maritime Education of Manuel Asenberga University Foundation, bringing the family tradition beyond excellence.
Give me that sunshine, sunshine. Give me them good times, good times. Nothing but good vibes, good vibes. Give me that sunshine, sunshine. Every day is a new beginning. Every day is a gift to hold up high. Everyone has a way to carry, everyone has a soul, so let it shine. Don't worry about the clouds, 'cause when the skies come out, give me that sunshine, sunshine. Give me them good times, good times. Nothing but good vibes, good vibes. Give me that sunshine, sunshine. Bring on the summertime. Bring summertime.
All right. So I hope that these videos you have watched, people, would really help you be more aware of, the quality education the Enverga University could really offer you. Ayan. And before anything else, I would just like to greet once again our students from the senior high school of Talipan National High School. I've been reading a lot of live comments from them. Hello, people. I hope you'll be staying tuned up until the very last minute of this afternoon's event. All right. So let me introduce to you our speaker for today's talk. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Criminology in 2016 at the Manuel Lisenberger University Foundation and received her professional license as a criminologist in the same year. She is a certified security professional and a member of the Philippine Society for Industrial Security and the Asian Professional Security Association. She is also a holder of a certification as a cybercrime investigator from the Philippine Investigation and Forensic Science Academy. Currently, she is finishing her master's in Security and Correction Administration, and she is also an active part of the Women in Cybersecurity campaign of the Philippine Cybersecurity Union of IT and Computer Science Professionals. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome our resource speaker for the topic Digital Wellbeing, Responsible Netizenship, no other than Miss Hazel Asoy. Good day, ma'am. Hello po.
Good afternoon, Sir Jade. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. So it is a great pleasure to be part of the online career education series. And I am overwhelmed by the fact that what we're going to talk about this afternoon is something that is very timely and applicable to every one of us. And dumagdag pa sa excitement ko ngayong hapon na ang mga audience natin ay from Talipan National High School and of course from my very own high school, the Lehika National High School. Okay, so for this afternoon, I summarized the discussion in two different topics. We will focus on the things that you need to know about RA 10175 or the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. Specifically, ano ba yung mga acts considered as cybercrime based dito sa batas na ito. And of course, once we know what acts are considered as cybercrimes, it will be easier for us to determine how we can be a responsible social media or internet user. Okay. Cybercrime is a global challenge. This is a problem faced not just by Filipinos. Hindi lang tayo ang namomroblema sa mga nang-scam online or yung mga gumagawa ng mga fake accounts. Even residents or citizens of other countries, even first world countries, are experiencing yung pagtaas ng kaso ng mga cybercrime because of the advances when it comes to technology. And of course, habang tumatagal, lalong bumibilis yung internet connection natin. And mas marami pa yung mga tao na nagkakaroon ng internet connection, mas nagiging maganda yung technology na ginagamit natin. And yun din yung ginagamit na opportunity ng ating mga cyber criminals para mas marami pa sila mabiktima. Okay, so again, cybercrime is a global challenge. And even first world countries are battling the effects of cybercrimes. And in the Philippine settings, 20 years ago, wala pa tayong batas na nagsasabi na itong ganito, ganyan ay cybercrime. Or hindi mo to pwedeng gawin online kasi you will be punished. Pero ngayon, we have the Cybercrime Prevention Act, which was approved on September 12, 2012. So, based on sa date natin, bago pa itong batas na ito, kaya marami pa rin sa mga Pinoy ang hindi pa rin ganun ka-aware or konti lang yung idea about sa Cybercrime Prevention Act. And as a result, dahil dun sa kakulangan ng information natin or hindi pa tayo ganun ka-aware dun sa Cybercrime Prevention Act, merong mga tao or may mga Pilipino na nakakasuhan, na bibigyan ng napaparusahan dahil dito na hindi nila alam na mali na pala yung ginagawa nila online. And that is something that we need to avoid. That's why we have to learn more about Cybercrime Prevention Act. So knowing the fine line between cybercrime and just having fun online is very important. Kasi nga po, since bago pa yung ating Cybercrime Prevention Act, marami sa atin na nagpo-post lang kung ano yung gusto nating iparating sa ibang tao without knowing na it may actually be considered as a crime later on. And dahil nga sobrang active ng mga Pilipino when it comes to the use of internet, lagi tayong kasama sa top 20 countries with highest number of internet users. Okay, so dito sa table na pinapakita ko ngayon, number 12 ang Pilipinas sa top 20 countries with highest number of internet users noong 2020. So makikita rin natin na ang laki or ang dami ng mga taong nag-i-internet kasi nga nung nagkaroon ng lockdown, nagkaroon ng quarantine, we don't have any choice but to use online methods in order for us to connect with other people. And of course, for students, ito yung naging means natin para makapag-continue tayo ng pag-aaral natin. Dahil dyan, mas dumami pa yung mga tao or yung mga Pilipino na they resorted online para makontinue nila yung pamumuhay nila. Okay? Since social media is free and large majority of us have access to internet or mobile data or Wi-Fi yan, very accessible na itong mga gamit na ito. And dahil nga mas accessible na, para sa ating mga end users, accessible na rin yan para dun sa mga criminals or dun sa mga tao na gustong gumawa ng illegal activities against other people. So they are using these technologies in order for them to reach more people whom they can victimize or pwede nilang utuin or pwede nilang gamitin para manloko ng ibang tao. Okay. So the fact that many of us are exposed to internet makes us exposed to committing or being victims of cybercrimes. So dahil nga meron na tayo mga technology, we have the internet and every other gadgets na pwede natin gamitin to connect with one another, ito din yung nagiging paraan ng mga cybercriminals para ma-target din tayo. So, halimbawa kayo, habang ngayon nanonood kayo ng webinar, of course, you are using a device and an internet connection. And while we are doing this or while we are using this technology in order for us to gain knowledge, to share information, at the other side of the room or at the other side of the region, there are people who are using this same technology in order for them to look for the next target or the next victims. Okay. Kaya kailangan nating mas maging aware kung paano ba natin dapat i-handle or gamitin itong mga social media accounts natin, itong mga device and gadgets natin in order for us to prevent being victims. So the fine line between having fun and committing cybercrimes. For students, lalong-lalo na before the pandemic, most of us are using social media and our gadgets for leisure, para mag-Facebook, mag-Instagram, Snapchat, or mag-TikTok. Pero nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, when we are forced to stay at home, we have to use it for educational purposes. And before the pandemic, of course, we are focusing on using it para makipagkilala sa mga bagong kaibigan, para i-share yung mga pictures natin online and so on. So that is fun, that is okay, and hindi siya pinagbabawal because that is actually the purpose of social media, to use it as a means of communication, as a means of expression. However, if you cross the fine line between having fun and committing cybercrimes, doon na tayo nagkakaproblema. And of course, this afternoon, yun yung kailangan nating alamin. Ano nga ba yung para lang mag-enjoy and ano ba naman yung maaaring acts na maaaring maglagay sa atin sa kapahamakan or maaaring makonsider as cybercrime. Okay, so we will focus on Section 4 of RA 10175, which enumerates the cybercrime offenses. Okay. So the first category of cybercrime is the offenses against the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of computer data and systems. And una na dyan yung illegal access. Illegal access is the access to the whole or any part of a computer system without the right. You are trying to access a device. Halimbawa, you are trying to access someone else's laptop or phone in order for you to gain information. Pwedeng ginagamit mo yung phone ng ibang tao para kunin yung credit card information niya, bank account information niya, and so on, para magamit mo pag gusto mong mag-online shopping. So that can be considered as an illegal access. And another sample of illegal access are hacking and cracking. So hacking, we are almost all of us are familiar with the term hacking. But sometimes, nagkakaroon na tayo ng iba't ibang definition ng hacking. Akala natin pag meron tayong kakilala na hindi na niya mabuksan yung account niya, lalong-lalo na sa Facebook, hindi na niya mabuksan yung account niya. Magsasabi na lang siya or magpo-post na lang siya sa bagong account na na-hack po yung account ko and so on. Not knowing na hacking is only the unauthorized access to or control over computer network security systems for some illicit purpose. So, based on sa example ko, if you can no longer access your Facebook account, sabihin na natin na when you're trying to log in, you're using the correct email, you're using the correct password, but it is still not allowing you to access or hindi ka pa rin makapag-log in. Ang nangyayari dyan, either hindi na okay yung email na registered with that Facebook account, or meron kang maling character na ginagamit sa password or email. Pero hindi pa rin siya nakukonsider as hacking. Pero when it comes to cracking is the breaking into a network. It bypasses passwords or licenses in computer programs or in other ways intentionally breaches computer security. So, cracking focuses more on breaking something, breaking the system in order for them to gain access to that specific system. Okay. We also have illegal interception. And illegal interception is the interception made by technical means without right of any non-public transmission of computer data to, from, or within a computer system, including electromagnetic emissions from a computer system carrying such computer data. So, ano ba yung example natin for illegal interception? Best example for illegal interception is the man-in-the-middle attack. For instance, you can see in the screen, we have Jack and Jill. They are communicating with each other. They are either using Facebook Messenger or Instagram DM para mag-chat, para magkwentuhan. And Jack mentioned or said that he will send money to Jill. So habang nagkakaroon sila ng pag-uusap, hindi nila alam na meron na palang tao na pumapagitna sa kanila, which is Peter. So ang nangyayari, pag si Jack nagpapadala siya ng messages kay Jill, nakikita na or nababasa na rin ni Peter. And ganun din naman pag nagpapadala ng message si Jill para kay Jack. So, at one point of the conversation, Jack mentioned that he will send money to Jill. And Jill agreed. And dahil nalaman ni Peter na may magkakaroon ng monetary transaction yung dalawa, papasok ulit siya dun sa gitna ng dalawa para kunin yung information and para sa kanya mapunta yung pera na ipapadala ni Jack. So what will happen is, Jack will ask Jill to send the account number, halimbawa ng bangko. And then instead of Jill receiving that information or that question, si Peter na yung papagitna dun sa conversation and si Peter na rin yung magpapadala ng bank account information niya. And as a result, the information or the money will be sent to Peter's account or bank account instead of Jill receiving it. So, ang mangyayari niyan, yung dalawa, si Jack at si Jill, wala silang alam na nawalan na pala ng pera si Jack. Akala ni Jill, hindi pa lang pinapadala sa kanya yung pera. Or in fact, it was already received by someone else. And that someone else is Peter. So malalaman nila yan if ever na magtanong na si Jack kung na-receive na ba yung pera, and Jill will be left clueless kasi wala naman siyang nare-receive. Okay? So that is the sample of a man-in-the-middle attack. Next is data interference. Data interference is the intentional damage, deletion, deterioration, alteration, or suppression of computer data without right. So there are instances when we're using someone else's computer. Halimbawa, you borrowed your classmate's computer or laptop, and he allowed you to do that. Sinabihan ka niya na, okay, ingatan mo yung laptop ko, nandiyan yung mga important files and documents ko. And dahil may tiwala naman sa iyo yung kaibigan mo o yung classmate mo, pinahiram niya sa iyo yung laptop. Pero ikaw, halimbawa, you have this intention na isabotage or sirain yung mga files na nandun sa laptop na yon. So, you will either delete or babaguhin mo yung mga information na nandun sa documents or data. That can be considered as data interference. Pero itong mga cases na to, hindi pa siya ganun katalamak dito sa Pilipinas. Later on, madidiscuss natin ano ba talaga yung mga kaso na commonly nakocommit or napaparusahan dito sa Philippines. If we have data interference, wherein yung data mismo na makikita sa isang computer or sa isang device, yung dinidelete, sinisira, or binabago ng ating cybercriminal, sa system interference naman, ang purpose nito is to slow down or para mapabagal yung system. So, system interference, based on the description or definition in the RA 10175, system interference is the intentional alteration or reckless hindering or interference with the functioning of a computer or computer network by inputting, transmitting, damaging, deleting, deteriorating, altering, or suppressing computer data or program, electronic document, or electronic data message without right or authority, including the introduction or transmission of computer viruses. Okay, so sa system interference, we have two common examples. The DOS or denial of service attack and the distributed denial of service attack or the DDoS attack. So the denial of service attack is the attack which interferes with systems by overwhelming the servers with the request to prevent legitimate traffic from accessing a site or using a system. So let's put it this way. Meron tayong isang router or meron tayong isang Wi-Fi sa bahay. And dahil ang limit lang ng isang Wi-Fi ng router na yun ay pang 5 person lang, ang gagawin ng mga kapitbahay sa paligid dahil gusto rin nilang maka-internet para libre, gusto rin nila ng free Wi-Fi. Ang gagawin nila, they will try to access that connection kahit na overload na yung Wi-Fi na yun. So, ang mangyayari, pag hindi secure yung Wi-Fi or yung router ng natin sa bahay, makakakonect yung mga kapitbahay natin na magagaling sa computer or magaling sa pag-access ng router or ng Wi-Fi. So, ang mangyayari is makaka-connect sila, and then kayong 5 na originally dapat makakonect dun sa router na yun, is kayo yung mas mahihirapang mag-access, matagal yung loading, mabagal yung internet, kasi nga, meron pang additional na mga taong nakikiconnect wherein hindi naman sila dapat kasali dun sa allotted na number of persons allowed to connect to that router. So, ganun din yung denial of service attack. For the distributed denial of service attack, it refers to the use of multiple computers and other digital technologies to conduct coordinated attacks with the intention of overwhelming servers to prevent legitimate users' access. It usually happens when we're going to access government website. For instance, the Philippine National Police requires new applicants to log into PNP Oras, which is the online application or online website for the applicants. And ang nangyayari, sa sobrang dami nung gustong makapag-apply, sa sobrang daming gustong maka-access nung specific website na yun, nagda-down yung server or hindi na kinakaya ng server na i-accommodate lahat ng tao na nagbi-visit ng site na yun. So, as a result, instead na isa lang yung hindi nakakapasok, pag nag-down na yung server nila, hindi na lahat ng gustong mag-apply, lahat ng gustong bumisita dun sa website na yun is hindi na sila nakakapasok o hindi na nila na-access yung website. So, ganun ang nangyayari sa distributed denial of service attack. Sobrang dami nung client, sobrang dami nung mga web surfers na gustong pumasok sa isang website or gustong i-browse yung isang website, pero hindi na siya kinakaya ng server. Kaya nagkakaroon ng problema. Either sobrang bagal na ng loading process ng mga gumagamit ng website or completely is na-disrupt na yung operation ng mismong website. Okay? So an example of how one type of DDoS attacks work is as follows. Imagine many computers trying to connect to a single computer or server all at the same time. And the single computer has limited amount of processing power and network bandwidth. If too many computers try to connect at the same time, the server cannot respond to each connection quickly enough. Kaya nagkakaroon na ng nag-hang na siya, naglalag na siya, or minsan not responding na yung website kasi nga hindi na kayang i-accommodate lahat ng mga tao or lahat ng users na gustong mag-visit ng website. Okay? So the result is that the server may not be able to respond to real users because it is too busy with fake requests. So itong DDoS and DOS attacks, they are being used or the website are being used by multiple individuals. Katulad ng example ko kanina, instead na yung mga PNP applicants lang yung a-access ng website na yun, merong mga internet users na gusto lang makisawsaw, gusto lang nilang manggulo. So, i-access nila ng i-access yung website na yun, either using different computers or different device, or pwedeng ibubuksan lang nila sa maraming browser para lang dumami yung traffic ng website. And pag hindi na kinaya nung server, is magda-down na siya. Okay. So, these are also included in the offenses against the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of computer data and systems. So, the use, production, sale, procurement, importation, distribution, or otherwise making available without right of a device, including a computer program, designed or adopted primarily for the purpose of committing any of the offenses under this Act. A computer password, access code, or similar data by which the whole or any part of a computer system is capable of being accessed with intent that it be used for the purpose of committing any of the offenses under this Act. So let's focus on the second one. So computer passwords and as well as access code and other information na pwedeng magamit against an individual. Pwedeng kunin yung mga medical information, pwedeng kunin yung mga credit card or bank information para mas madali na dun sa cyber criminals to check the financial status of this individual or their target, and para makita nila na may maaari ba tayong makuha dito monetarily or wala tayong makukuha sa account nitong target natin na to. So it will be easier for them to check some information pag nakuha nila yung access code, yung computer password, and similar data. And of course, the possession of an item referred to in paragraphs 5(1)AA or BB above with intent to use said devices for the purpose of committing any of the offenses under this section. Okay, so that is the misuse of devices. You are using a specific device for a different or for an illegal activity. Sa halip na gamitin mo yung computer mo para mag-aral ng mabuti, you will just use it to lurk online para maghanap ng mga binebentang fake accounts or binebentang information ng ibang tao na nakuha din sa ibang tao para ma-check natin kung merong bang monetary na makukuha dun sa tao na yun or wala. Okay? And similar, identical, or confusingly similar to an existing trademark. So this is cyber squatting, registered with the appropriate government agency at the time of the domain name registration. Identical or in any way similar with the name of a person other than the registrant in case of personal name and acquired without right or with intellectual property interest in it. So, cyber squatting is also an offense against the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of computer data and systems. So, it is the act of setting up a domain of another person or company. You are using, halimbawa, the name of a online shopping website. So, kayo nang bahala kung anong mga paborito nyong online shopping website or kung ano yung social media platforms na paborito nyo. Pero let's just use fb.com. So nakita mo na ang fb.com ay maaaring maging sikat dahil maganda yung interface niya, maganda yung mga features niya, and habang tumatagal, madami or dumadami na yung gumagamit ng site na yon. So what you will do is you will register that fb.com and you will use it for your own. Kumbaga i-reserve mo lang siya. And then, pag nakita mo na yung fb.com, yung legit na fb.com ay talagang sumisikat na, dumadami na yung gumagamit ng platform na yun, meron ng mga advertisers na nakikipag-coordinate or nakikipag-collaborate dun sa website na yun, saka mo ngayon o-offeran si fb.com na gusto mo bang bilhin itong domain name na to for this specific price. And syempre, fb.com gusto nila, kumbaga, maganda yung name na fb.com, so yun din yung dapat gagamitin na sa mismong brand nila. And hindi lang nila nagamit kasi you're using it already or naka-register na yun sa'yo. So, mangyayari dyan is they need to purchase that domain from you para legally is ma-acquire nila and magamit nila for their product or their services. So, ganun yung mangyayari sa cyber squatting. And that is only one example of cyber squatting. And another example siguro natin is yung username. And specifically, nangyayari to ay sa Instagram. Our mga idols natin, yung mga artista, lalong-lalo na sa Hollywood, they are the ones who are very particular with their username. Gusto nila kung ano yung name nila, or screen name na ginagamit nila, yun din yung screen name or username na gagamitin nila online. Lalong-lalo na, again, sa Instagram. So, there are individuals or there are Instagram users na naunahan na itong mga personality na to, na gamitin yung specific username na yon. And of course, para magamit ni personality itong username na gusto niya, they need to contact the original user or the original owner of that username para sila na yung makakagamit. And ang mali kasi doon is minamahalan or sobra-sobra yung price or you are asking for additional payment na hindi naman nararapat para doon sa username na yon or doon sa domain name na kailangan ng personality. Next are computer-related offenses. So we're done with the offenses against the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of computer data and systems. So the next category of cybercrimes in the Philippines are the computer-related offenses. Okay, so the first one is computer-related forgery. So it is the input, alteration, or deletion of any computer data without right, resulting in inauthentic data with the intent that it be considered or acted upon for legal purposes as if it were authentic, regardless whether or not the data is directly readable and intelligible, or the act of knowingly using computer data, which is the product of computer-related forgery as defined herein, for the purpose of perpetuating a fraudulent or dishonest design. So, computer-related offenses like computer-related forgery, you are producing something that is not genuine. Either you are using a computer, or you are using technology in order to create fake IDs, fake fake monies, or pwedeng you are producing information or documents na gumagamit ka ng digital signature or e-signature ng ibang tao without the authority or without the consent of that person. So para mapakita mo sa ibang tao na legitimate po itong business ko, magpo-post ka ng business permit na may pirma ni barangay captain, ng barangay officials, or kung sino mga signatory, pero hindi naman legitimate yung mga signature na yon. So it can fall under computer-related forgery. Next is computer-related fraud. It is the unauthorized input, alteration, or deletion of computer data or program, or interference in the functioning of a computer system, causing damage thereby with fraudulent intent. So this usually happens if someone wants to extort money from an internet user. Extortion or pangingikil, ginagawa nila yan in order for them to, of course, gain money. Or pwedeng yung iba to blackmail other person. So they are creating or they are circulating misinformation or fake information in order for them to control the target. Kumbaga, tatakutin mo yung target para magbayad siya sa'yo, and para mas madali mong makontrol siya kung ano yung gusto mo ipagawa sa kanya, either for promotion purposes or for advertisement purposes, and so on. Next is computer-related identity theft. This is usually happening for students, lalong-lalo na yung mga famous or online famous. So they are the common victims of computer-related identity theft. Anong ginagawa dito sa computer-related identity theft? So if you are posting photos online and nakita ng ibang tao or nakita ng cybercriminal natin na ang ganda-ganda naman ng mga pinupost nito, parang gusto kong gayahin yung klase ng mga post na ipinapakita niya sa mga friends namin, or gusto ko yung mga pictures na meron siya, makikita ko rin dun sa account ko. So instead of that person na magte-take siya ng sarili niyang pictures and so on, what he will just do is grab those photos and act as if it is his own. Umaarte siya na parang kanya yung mga pictures na yun, na parang siya yung tao na yun. So itong halimbawa si A, ito si Idol. Then si B natin, siya yung gustong gumaya kay Idol. And itong si B, gagawin na lang niya is kakopy niya lahat ng mga pictures nito ni A, and then ipopost niya dun sa sarili niyang Facebook account. Pati ultimo name ni A is gagayahin na rin niya. So he will act as if they are one in the same person, even though hindi alam ni A na meron palang fake account under his or her name. Okay? So, computer-related identity theft is acquiring someone else's identity, and it is the intentional acquisition, use, misuse, transfer, possession, alteration, or deletion of identifying information belonging to another, whether natural or juridical, without right. So this computer-related identity theft doesn't only happen to individuals. Di lang siya nangyayari sa mga normal individuals o sa mga artista. Even companies, even your favorite fast food or restaurants, pwedeng may gumawa ng Facebook page na gagamitin yung pangalan ng isang sikat na restaurant. and they will act as if they are that restaurant. So it's very important to check kung yung bang mini-message nyo sa Facebook, lalong-lalo na pag-o-order kayo ng pagkain, ng kahit ano online, is make sure na you are actually having your transaction with someone that is legitimate. Or yun mismo yung company na kailangan mong i-contact or orderan. And another common term na ginagamit sa computer-related identity theft is yung poser accounts. Again, same pa rin siya. You are using someone else's photos and identification in order for you to gain friends, to gain popularity, or yung iba to gain sponsorship from different brands. And of course, we also have what we call catfishing. A catfisher creates a fake online profile in order to seduce a victim into a fictitious online relationship in order to extract money or other benefits from the victim. So kung yung poster, ang gusto lang niya is maging instant famous din sa Instagram or sa Facebook, itong catfisher naman, they are actually intending or using fake accounts in order for them to gain the trust of another person. And usually, ang nagiging kapalit is nagkakaroon sila ng fake relationship, romantic relationship online. So, mag-BFGF sila online, not knowing na yung partner pala niya online is hindi naman pala yun talaga yung taong nagpapakilala sa kanya. So, they are also creating or using fake accounts. Okay. So, the third category of cybercrime offenses in the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012 is the content-related offenses. And ang nakakalungkot kasi dito sa mga content-related offenses na to, even the relatives or much worse, yung parents mismo ng mga victims, yung nagiging reason kung bakit sila nagiging victim na itong mga cybercriminals. And minsan, sila pa yung mismo nakikipag-transact para ibenta yung mga bata, lalong-lalo na sa child pornography or child cybersex. Sila pa yung nakikipag-coordinate dun sa mga cybercriminals in order for them to earn. Pero ang nangyari is binibenta nila yung mga anak nila for the leisure of the cybercriminals. Okay. And of course, dahil dun sa nangyaring lockdown last year, is lalong tumindi ang problema ng Pilipinas and other countries sa cybersex at child pornography. Dahil lalong na-suppress yung mga bata, wala silang way to ask for help. Hindi sila makakapagsabi kay teacher, hindi sila makakapagsabi sa mga kaibigan nila, kasi nandun lang sila sa bahay. Nandun lang sila, binabantayan sila ng parents nila or ng guardians nila, and they cannot ask for help. So it's very disheartening na it actually happens, even in the Philippines, nangyayari talaga siya. Okay, so as for the content-related offenses, we have cybersex. It is the willful engagement, maintenance, control, or operation, directly or indirectly, of any lascivious exhibition of organs or activity with the aid of a computer system for favor or consideration. So just like what I've mentioned, ang usual or kaya lalong lumalala yung problema natin sa content-related offenses is the fact that it becomes a family business. Ginagawang negosyo ng guardians, ng parents, yung mga sarili nilang anak para dun sa monetary or dun sa bayad na makukuha nila. And ganun din yung child pornography. They're selling their own child in order for them to earn money. And kung makakapanood kayo ng mga documentary regarding cybersex and child pornography, you will see that these kids thought na ang akala nila is, yung ginagawa nila is normal, na yun talaga yung dapat ginagawa ng mga bata, where in fact, hindi nila dapat na-experience yung mga ganong bagay. Okay? So, according to RA 10175, child pornography is defined as the unlawful or prohibited acts defined and punishable by RA 9775 or the Anti-Child Pornography Act of 2009, committed through a computer system, provided that the penalty to be imposed shall be 1 degree higher than that provided for in RA 9775. Ito, in one of the documentaries I watched regarding child pornography operation here in the Philippines, ang nangyayari, the guardian, makikipag-coordinate siya sa middleman, and then itong middleman, ito yung mismo makikipag-transact dun sa foreigners or dun sa mga cyber criminals. So, mangyayari, mahuhuli halimbawa itong guardians kasi naisumbong ng kapitbahay, mahuhuli siya ng ating PNP or ng NBI. And pag hinuli itong mga guardians na to, hindi sila aware na they can be punished or hindi sila aware na mataas din yung magiging penalty, which is 6 years and 1 day to 12 years imprisonment and a fine of 500,000 or more, depende kung gaano kabigat yung kaso nila. So pag naipaliwanag na sa kanila yun ng pulis, ng NBI, saka pa lang sila matatakot na mali pala yung ginagawa nila sa anak nila. They thought na hanggat nakaka-receive sila ng pera from the clients, okay lang. Hanggat hindi sila nahuli, okay lang. And akala rin nila is mababa lang yung penalty or pwede silang mag-bail. Pero sa totoo lang is mabigat yung penalty na ipinapataw para sa mga cybercrimes natin dito sa Pilipinas. Okay. So the Department of Justice Cybercrime Office reported that in 2018, it received 600,000 tips. 600,000. Noong 2018 pa lang yun. So, ganun na karami yung na-receive ng DOJ natin na mga pictures, videos, and other materials na which involves child pornography and even abused Filipino children. And there's an increase na 1,000%. Kasi nung 2017, 45,645 cases lang yung na-receive ng DOJ. At nung 2018, naging 600,000. So napakalalaki, napakabilis din nung pagtaas nung rate or nung mga tips na nare-receive nila regarding this matter. Okay? So the United States Department of Labor's 2018 findings on the worst forms of child labor also reported that at the direction of paying customers, victims in the Philippines were induced to perform acts for live internet broadcast in small internet cafes, homes, and dens. So, even other countries know na medyo talamak talaga dito sa Pilipinas itong mga ganitong kaso. And ang maganda naman is yung ating PNP at NBI as well as yung other agencies from other countries, they are having collaboration or coordination in order for them to suppress or para maiwasan natin yung patuloy na pagtaas ng kaso ng child pornography dito sa bansa. Okay? So another content-related offense is the unsolicited commercial communications. It is the transmission of commercial electronic communication with the use of computer system, which seek to advertise, sell, or offer for sale products and services which are prohibited unless there is prior affirmative consent from the recipient. The primary intent of the communication is for service and or administrative announcements from the sender to its existing users, subscribers, or customers, and the following conditions are present. So these are the following conditions. The commercial electronic communication contains a simple, valid, and reliable way for the recipient to reject, receive, or receipt of further commercial electronic message. Ito yung mga tinatawag natin na spam emails or spam messages na lagi natin makikita sa ating mga Gmail accounts na talaga namang panay na panay yung pagsisend ng message na hindi naman natin alam kung saan ba nanggagaling itong mga message na to at wala din namang kinalaman sa atin itong mga message na to. So, as senior high school and high school students who are using emails, make sure lang na you are not opening these spam emails, lalo na yung mga nagsasabi na I am a prince of this country. I will give you half of my money if you will send me this amount. Wag niyo nang email na yan because aside from being spam is some cyber criminals are also using those emails in order to penetrate the system para maglagay ng virus, ng malware, and so on. So, much better na if you receive spam emails or spam messages, just delete it, wag i-entertain or wag nang replyan at all para hindi na tayo nagkakaroon ng further issues or problema dito sa mga spam messages na to. Okay? Okay, so next is libel. It is the unlawful or prohibited acts of libel as defined in Article 355 of the RPC, as amended, committed through a computer system or any other similar means which may be devised in the future. So libel o paninirang puri na dati ginagawa lang siya sa dyaryo and ginagawa lang siya ng isang journalist against a personality, halimbawa ay politiko, artista, or mga kilalang personalidad, and all. Pero ngayon, kaliwat kanan, pag nagbasa ka sa newsfeed, makakakita ka ng mga taong nagpaparinigan, nagpo-post ng mga kung ano-ano against sa other persons, and so on. So, dahil nga sa social media, we always feel na we are just expressing ourselves. And we have the freedom to express ourselves. However, minsan nalilimutan natin na yung pag-express natin ng ating mga sarili ay may limitation din. And hindi lahat ng emotion natin or ng galit natin against other individuals ay dapat ipaalam natin sa ating mga social media friends. Okay? So, cyber libel, isa yan sa sikat na kaso dito sa Pilipinas. And as a matter of fact, in Region 4A alone, isa ang cyber libel sa pinakamataas na rate ng kaso. And in 2019, the number of cyberbullying incidents in the Philippines was highest for those here in Region 4A. Sipin nyo yun, nalampasan pa ng Region 4A yung NCR or National Capital Region and other regions. And napakalaki nung gap nung taas ng rate ng ating cyberbullying cases. And itong cyberbullying na to, usually ang nangyayari kasi dyan is yung mga nagpaparinigan online, naghahanap ng away online, hanggang sa hindi na kinakaya ng mismong victim nila at nagsusumbong na. So again, be responsible with what you post. Pero later on, madidiscuss din naman natin yan. But always be careful with what we post. And again, cyber libel is real. Isa ang Pilipinas sa mga iilang bansa na merong cyber libel. So be careful with what you post, what you share, and what you discuss online because it may be used against you. Okay. So ito yung mga kaso ng cyber libel or online libel dito sa Pilipinas. We have the case of Maria Ressa. She is a journalist, and the case started with an online article they posted about a businessman. And dahil nga nadawit itong businessman na ito sa isang illegal activity, na sinabi ni businessman, hindi naman talaga ako kasali dyan sa illegal activity na yan. So they filed a case against Maria Ressa and the former researcher writer, which is Ray Santos Jr. And up until now is isa pa rin yan sa pinakamalaking kaso ng online libel. And ito naman, pinaka-recent lang, or almost recent lang, is yung kaso na isinampa laban kay Yen Constantino. Aside from being a singer, Yen Constantino is also a vlogger. And nung nagkaroon ng accident sa somewhere in, I guess, Siargao, nagkaroon ng accident and na-involve yung husband niya. And ang nangyari is hindi sila agad na respondihan or hindi agad sila na asikaso ng ospital. So, Yen Constantino, as a vlogger, she vlogged about that incident. and pinost niya online sa kanyang channel. And of course, umalma yung mga doktor or yung doktor na na-involved doon kasi considering that the hospital is not hindi ganun kalaki katulad ng mga hospital na nasa Metro Manila. So mahihirapan talaga sila. So they filed an online libel case against Yeng Constantino. And of course, online libel or cyber libel, isa rin to sa mga kaso na binabantayan talaga ng PNP. Kasi nga, sobrang ano talaga siya eh, parang ang dali-dali kasi sa atin mag-post online. So, mas madali rin tayong makapag-commit ng online libel, unlike other cybercrimes na you should really need to have an intent or illegal intent for you to commit those. Pero itong online libel, madala ka lang ng buso ng damdamin mo, pwede kang mag-post against another person. And yung tao na yun, pwede kang kasuhan pag napatunayan na yung post mo is about sa kanya or paninira sa kanya. So, again, be very, very careful with what we post online. And of course, we have Section 5. Isasama na lang din natin dito itong mga other offenses. First one is the aiding or abetting in the commission of cybercrime. Any person who willfully abets or aids in the commission of any of the offense enumerated in this act shall be held liable. So itong aiding or abetting, tumutulong ka or ikaw yung kumukonsinte sa isang tao to commit a cybercrime. So pag ganun, maaari ka pa rin makasuhan or maaari ka pa rin madawit dun sa kaso. So iwasan din natin ang pagiging konsentidor. Pag alam natin na mali ang ginagawa ng ating kaibigan na online is let us remind them of what we should do and what we shouldn't do or what we shouldn't post online. And lastly, we have the attempt in the commission of cybercrime. Any person who will willfully or attempts to commit any of the offenses enumerated in this act shall be held liable. So even the act or tatangkain mo pa lang na mag-commit ng cybercrime, pag napatunayan na may illegal intent ka or nandun na yung desire mo para mag-commit ng cybercrime, you can also be punished under the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. Okay, so now that we know what are the acts considered as cybercrime in the RA 10175, we need to know how we can responsibly utilize social media. So I am actually focusing on social media kasi nga students like high school and senior high school, kayo talaga yung mga mahihilig sa social media. Because when I was in high school, talaga namang kulang na lang hindi na ako pumasok para lang makapag-post sa Facebook, para lang makapag-online, makapagkwentuhan, and so on. Pero we should always consider na there's something more important than our social media presence. Yung social media presence natin, lagi yung nandyan. Pero yung studies natin, yung time natin sa family and friends natin, maaaring mawawala yan or maaaring malimit yan. Pero yung social media, as long as may internet ka, may phone ka, nandyan yan, hindi naman mawawala yung mga social media friends mo. Okay? So let's start with the don'ts. Ano ba yung mga hindi mo dapat ginagawa para safe ka online? Okay. So the first one is do not assume that your social media is private. And always remember that whatever you post online, kahit naka-only me pa yan, there is a tendency na pwede yung ma-access na mismong owner ng platform or pwede ding pag nagkaroon ng glitch, lahat ng mga naka-only me mo ay ma-post publicly. So, kahit ano man yung ipopost mo, make sure na that is something that you can still proudly say or post kahit na sino yung makakakita. And of course, you should also avoid sharing your location in real time. Ito yung mga travelers, yung mga mahilig pumunta sa kung saang lugar. If you're one of those individuals na mahilig talaga mag-travel, avoid sharing your information or location in real time. Because there are tendencies na maaari kang abangan itong mga tao na pwedeng mag-commit ng crime against you Or pwedeng habang nagpo-post ka na ang inyong family ay nasa Boracay at nagbabakasyon, meron palang magnanakaw na pina-follow ka at alam na walang tao sa bahay nyo. So, maaari pa kayong manakawan dahil lang sa simpleng pag-share mo or oversharing mo ng information ng family mo. So, if you feel like you want to share something, lalong-lalo na yung location mo, it is best to do it once you're not in that location already. Halimbawa, you went to Boracay with your family. Saka mo na i-post na nasa Boracay ka pag nakauwi ka na. Or pag nabiyahe na kayo pabalik sa inyo and so on. Para at least nalilesen natin yung risk na magamit yung opportunity ng criminals para mag-commit ng crime habang nandun ka sa location na yon or habang wala ka dun sa mismong location mo or mismong place of residence mo. Okay? Next is do not say anything to anyone that you cannot say to their face. So, huwag tayong magsasalita or magsasabi ng kahit ano against anyone. Kahit yung mga friends natin, yung mga biro natin sa mga friends natin. Kung yung birong ipinopost mo online para sa kaibigan mo ay hindi mo kayang sabihin sa kanya in person, huwag mo na lang i-post. Kasi, if you don't have the courage to say that in their faces, or di mo kaya sabihin sa kanya na harapan yung mga biro mong yun, dapat hindi mo rin yun sasabihin sa kanya online. Kasi, mas masakit na binabasa mo yung mga birong yun pag nakapost na eh. Unlike nung pag actual kayong nag-uusap or actual kayong may interaction. So again, do not say anything to anyone online that you cannot say to their face. And it is also applicable to personalities, mga artista, mga politicians, and other known personalities. Kasi there are also mga tao din naman yan na may emosyon na maaari ding masaktan pag may nabasa sila na against them or may paninira kang sinabi against them. So again, if you cannot say it right in their faces, avoid posting it altogether. Okay? So again, next is do not accept friend requests from strangers. Some of us kasi, we want to feel that 5,000 na limit ng Facebook sa friends. And we feel like na pag 5,000 yung friends natin, parang ang famous, ang dami-dami mong likers, ang dami-dami nakapanood sa mga pinagagagawa mo, not knowing na ito palang mga individuals na to is hindi mo naman talaga kilala in real life. Yung iba, mga fake accounts lang pala. Yung iba, mga spam accounts lang na magsasend lang ng palike po ng ganito ganyan. So, if you will accept someone else's friend request, make sure that you know that person. Hindi pwedeng, ay, cute naman ito sa profile picture, accept ko na nga. Hindi dapat ganun yung magiging basis natin, lalo sa panahon ngayon. We need to ensure that we know that person, much better kung kilala mo talaga siya personally, para at least kahit na isama natin siya dun sa friends list natin, is we know that we can trust that individual or that person. And of course, do not send any money or pay any fee to claim a prize or lottery winnings. Ito na nga yung sinasabi ko kanina, yung sa mga spam emails na nagsasabing bibigyan ka ng kalahati ng kanyang kayamanan pag sinendan mo siya ng 100,000 or ng 10,000 pesos. So, pag mga ganun yung mga nare-receive natin or pag ganun yung mga messages na pinapadala sa atin online, please disregard it. Kasi wala namang magpapadala sa'yo ng kalahati ng kayamanan niya, lalo na kung hindi naman kayo magkakilala. And wala naman talagang way para padalhan ka ng ganong amount. So, they are just trying to attack your vulnerability or yung desire mo na magkaroon halimbawa ng pera. I want to buy this or that, and pag pinatos ko itong offer niya, mabibili ko yon. Pero always remember that ano man yung makikita natin online na too good to be true, malamang sa malamang hindi talaga totoo yan or malayo sa katotohanan na mangyayari yan. And of course, do not open suspicious or unsolicited emails or spam. So just delete them. Wag nang replyan, wag nang basahin, at wag niyong i-click yung mga links na nakalagay dun sa mga emails na yun. And lastly, yung mga attached email dun sa mga spam emails. Yung mga attached document, attached files dun sa ating mga emails na yon is wag na rin nating i-open or i-download because it may actually risk your files or your device. And of course, for the do's or yung mga dapat nating gawin online, number one is we need to manage our privacy settings. Share your content to limited people. Huwag mo nang i-share dun sa 5,000 friends mo. Piliin mo na lang kung sino ba talaga yung mga tao na ma-appreciate yung mga post mo. And inform the authority if you've been victimized. If you ever encounter anyone na naging victim or ikaw mismo, huwag kang matakot na magsumbong sa police or humingi ng tulong sa parents, sa guardians, sa mga teachers, kasi they are the ones who can assist you. Para malimit na rin natin or para maiwasan natin na maging victim ulit tayo or para makontrol natin itong mga cyber criminals na to from victimizing other people. And of course, keep your software updated. Ito naman para sa ating mga device, para secure pa rin yung ating mga ginagamit na laptop, computer, or even your phones. And of course, strengthen your home network. So again, para maiwasan natin yung mga yung pinaka-importante. Never let social media use you. Social media is created to help other people, to help people interact, communicate, have friends, enjoy life. Pero if you let social media control you or use you, nawawalan ka na ng time para sa family mo, sa mga real life friends mo. Hindi na siya nagiging ganun ka-healthy. And it defeats the purpose of social media as a means to have fun and enjoy. Okay? So always remember, never let social media use you. And of course, as of September 9, 2020, here's the contact information of PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group from different regions. If you are a victim or you know anyone who is a victim of online bullying, threats, libel, child pornography, identity theft, hacking, photo and video voyeurism, online piracy, sextortion, credit card fraud, online scam, and other ICT-related crimes, do not hesitate to contact the PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group, and they are the one lead agency dito sa Pilipinas for ICT-related crimes. So again, it is part of being a responsible social media user or internet user. You cannot be an irresponsible social media user kung hahayaan mo lang yung mga other individuals na nagiging victim ng cyber criminals. You need to help them para makuha yung justice, para makahingi ng tulong sa proper authority. Okay? So that's all from me. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you sa students from Talipan National High School and Dalirhica National High School for listening and for attending to my presentation.
Thank you so much for that very informative and very timely talk for us, Ma'am Asoy. Surely it was a great substance to us, especially to our students. At ang nakakasiguro ng siguro mauuwi ko ngayon hanggang pag-uwi ko, ay yung kailangan mas maging aware tayo at mas maging maingat sa paggamit ng internet, ng social media account, para maiwasan natin na maging biktima. Right, Sir Jade? How about you? What's your insight?
Yes, Denise. Of course, before anything else, thank you so much, Ma'am Asoy, for that very substantive thoughts for all of us. Knowing the fact that we are already have navigated and we already have capitalized the online platform, particularly the social media, it's very integral na pag-aralan at lalo nating maintindihan. Kailangan kung gaano ba kalimitado ang galaw dapat natin sa online platform na ito. Not to mention na meron na tayong anti-terrorism law, right? And I just want to reiterate and I just want to appreciate the thoughts na sinabi ni Ma'am Asoy kanina na meron siyang binanggit na documentary film, and I think one of the very good takes na meron tayo ngayon is yung documentary films really inform us people yung tunay na reality ng lipunan natin relative, for example, sa cybersex, no, sa child pornography. Through these platforms, nalalaman talaga natin yung realities ng mundo. And yeah, thank you so much, Ma'am Asoy, no, for really digging deeper dun sa value na meron ng social media at yung risk at threat na meron din ito. I think it's best for us to watch one of the documentary films na meron sa Netflix, that is Social Dilemma. Ma'am Asoy, are you aware with that? Oh.
Yes.
Yes, di ba? Yeah. How about you, Denise? Have you watched Social Dilemma?
Not yet, sir, but I've heard of it. Sabi nga maganda daw yun.
Yeah. Very, ano siya, no? Very connected siya dun sa diniscuss ni Ma'am Asoy.
Yes, that's right.
And of course, aside from the students from the Lahika National High School, let's also acknowledge our students from, again, Talipan National High School and Virgo University Candelaria. And of course, we also have these online viewers via YouTube from South Central Mindanao College of Science and Technology, Tacurong City. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. And at this juncture, people, we shall present the certificate of appreciation to our dear resource speaker today. Denise?
Yes, let me read the citation. Manuel F. Enverga University Foundation, Office of the Vice President for External Relations, Institutional Marketing and Promotions, Lucena City, Philippines. This certificate of appreciation is hereby given to Ms. Hazel Ansi Asoy for her time and effort as the resource speaker in the online career education series with the topic Digital Wellbeing, Responsible Netizenship, held in January 14, 2021 via Facebook and YouTube Live. Given this 14th day of January 2021 at MSEUF Lucena City, Philippines. Signed by Ms. Beverly H. Garcia, the Director, Institutional Marketing and Promotions, and of course, Mr. Celso D. Havalia, the Vice President for External Relations.
And with that, may we ask our live viewers to send us virtual claps for Professor Hazel Ann Asoy. Thank you so much, ma'am, for investing your time with us, your precious time with us this afternoon.
Yes, we surely learned a lot, ma'am. And this time, we'll be hearing privileged speeches from our deans. So for 10 minutes, they'll be sharing with us what opportunities and programs are waiting ahead for the students from different programs in their department. So for our students, yes,
before we hear our privileged speeches from our dear deans, let us not forget that our live viewers will also be receiving later on their certificates, and we will be providing them the link of the certificates where they could get that. Pero ang makaka-receive lang nito are those students who will be attending the full duration of this webinar. The link will be later sent to them.
Yeah. And for our students out there, our online viewers, if you have questions, just type them in our chat box and our panel will address your queries and concerns. So, huwag na po kayong mahiya na magtanong sa ating chat box, sa ating live, sa Facebook Live, sa YouTube, kung ano man po ang inyong gustong itanong sa ating po mga panel ngayon. Alright? So, it is an honor and a privilege to introduce to you the Dean of the College of International Hospitality and Tourism Management. We have Dr. Maricel D. Herrera. Good day, ma'am.
Hello, good afternoon. Am I audible?
Kinda, sir. Kinda, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sir Jade and Ma'am Dinyas. Am I audible? Okay, so first, I would like to greet everyone. Have a pleasant afternoon, and all participants of this presentation as well as all viewers via YouTube. But first of all, I would like to share my presentation.
Alright. So we're just waiting na ma-share screen ni Ma'am Maricel ang kanyang presentation to us.
Yes. Except, okay already?
Not yet, ma'am. But we are willing to wait.
Yes.
Okay. Share screen. Share.
Alright, while we are waiting for Ma'am Maricel na ma-set up niya ng maayos ang kanyang
Okay.
presentation. Ayan, that's it. Okay.
Okay, now is it okay? Thank you very much, Sir Jay. So once again, I would like to greet everyone a pleasant afternoon and to all our participants as well as viewers via FB Live and YouTube. Okay, to all the faculty and staff from the university, most especially to the CIHTMP department, and shout out okay, to our department's INP coordinator, Ma'am Ana Luna Budina, for assisting me with this PowerPoint presentation. And of course, all grade 12 students and their parents. Let me start my presentation with a slide. So showing the some information of our department. Our department is known as the College of International Hospitality and Tourism Management, where we envision to be globally competitive when it comes to hospitality and tourism management. And later on, during my presentation, and you're thinking of to be part of our department, which will make us very glad to have you, of course. We will assure you that we will prepare you to be competent hospitality and tourism professionals in the future. Our department offers two major programs, and these are Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management and Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management, in which both programs were granted Level 3 and Level 2 reaccredited status of PACOPUA. So with the demand and trends when it comes to hospitality industry, we are now offering specialization in the program Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, which is BS in Hospitality Management with the specialization in cruise management, in which most of our trainings, our instructions are intended for the enhancement of skills of our students in the operation of different departments on board, such as front office, food and beverage, and kitchen departments. And when it comes to the program of BS in Hospitality Management with the specialization in culinary arts, we do offer trainings which is focused on the enhancement of the skills of our students when it comes to food preparation and cooking. Not only on different cuisine, also we do offer training for baking and pastry. So to, of course, make our the deliberation of our instruction and our training more efficient, so I would like to showcase the facilities that we have in our department. So this is actually a newly renovated culinary arts laboratory in which our students do their laboratory works and activities in culinary, and for our hospitality students as well, okay, which have their laboratory works. This could accommodate 30 students, so we have 5 groups usually when they do their laboratory activities. Aside from this laboratory, we do also have our own coffee shop or restaurant, mini restaurant, in which this is being manned or supervised and operated by by the students themselves, so that they would be exposed on the operation, okay, of a real restaurant or a coffee shop. And aside from this, we also have our demonstration room, okay, for bar service operation and management, in which our students are fortunate, okay, to have their training and skills enhancements when it comes to juggling, cocktail mixing, and wine tasting. And aside from this, we do also have our hotel showroom, in which it showcase the facilities and amenities of a room inside standard and different class of hotel. And fortunate for our MAC travel agency, we have our computer reservation system in which our tourism students have the opportunity to have hands-on when it comes to booking as well as in front office to have reservation for a guest. So these are some of the hands-on activities that we do for our students so that when they join the industry, they know what to do. And of course, not all the knowledge are being learned inside the classroom. That's why we do offer also training outside. And this is, of course, with partner agencies national. So we do have tour guiding training for our tourism students. In fact, our trainers are from Department of Tourism, from the Department of Tourism, who is a licensed tour guide. And okay, for our cruise management students, we do offer the basic training, formerly known as the SOLA, in which I think this is the basic requirement for those who would like to join the cruise industry as the manager. And then for those who really dream to be a flight attendant and who would like to join the airline industry, we do offer flight attendant training also for them to develop their skills in communication and personality development. And as you could see in the last picture, we do also have culinary training, specifically for food preparation, baking, pastry, and for cooking. And aside from this training, okay, we also expose our students with immersion, okay, so that they would know what they will be expecting when they join the real world of the tourism and hospitality industry. So some of these were taken 2 years ago, in which our students had their immersion training. So we have from To Go Travel. This is actually our partner for cruise management on their domestic training, and we are still now scouting for an international partner for another training, okay, for our opportunity for our cruise management students and hospitality management students. We also have Belizean Island as our partner, in which our students have the opportunity to have their on-the-job training. As we all know, that Belizean is a famous attraction destination in our own province, but this is exclusive. That's why we are very fortunate that we could send OJTs in this accommodation establishment. And then we also have Astoria as our partner for our training, for our students. It is not only in Boracay that we could send students. Our students would also be exposed in the operation of a hotel, in which they have different setups. Like on the picture is in Boracay, but we also have partner in Bohol and in Palawan. So another immersion activity that we had, this was actually 2 years ago in 2019, January 2019. That's why in my post in the FB, nagpa-pop up itong mga pictures nito because I posted this 2 years ago in January 2019 also. So this is actually a study tour program in Qatar, and with me is the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences and students from our department in arts, in which we do the cultural exchange. This program is helpful to our students for them to have immersed on different culture and how to adapt with the different culture, because our students are of course also longing for a work not only in our country but also abroad. And when it comes to our partnership and linkaging, we are very proud, okay, and I would like to say that being a partner of this national agencies, our students are really exposed with the different competencies that they'll be needing before they join the industry. So that is the only national agency that gives certification when it comes to hospitality and tourism competence. Yes, so we are assessment center recognized, but this agency the different competencies such as event management NC3, housekeeping NC2, food and beverage NC2, and more. And we also are the Department of Tourism. We're in our tourism students are also experts in the operation of this agency. So I have already mentioned to go travel, Philippine Island, and for our international linkage, aside from the one that I have presented earlier in Malaysia, we do also offer cultural exchange program in US, and our partner is the CITIZENSHIP in first place, in which our students have the opportunity to have the cultural exchange program in the United States of America. And for the affiliation, so these are national and local organizations in which our department is an active member. So being active with this kind of organization means our students are exposed with the different competitions in which these competitions give our students training for them to be more competent and showcase of what they have. So these organizations are organizing events, skill competitions annually, and we see to it that we represent our students. They represent the department and showcase what they have, and this is what we really want to our students. So these are some of the awards and achievements that we received during our participation in this competition. So as you see, every time that we present, we are very proud to say that that we are maroon and white, that we are from Inverga, and we represent the CIHTM. And to give you a picture on where our some of our alumni right now. So we have, of course, not only the one in the picture, but we also have others who joined the airline industry. So Mr. Juno Miklos is just one in the Philippine Airlines, and with despite of the pandemic that we have, he is still flying. So this is just a proof that with our current situation, there's really hope that even this pandemic hit the tourism and hospitality industry, it still is the soonest, as our Secretary Bernadette Kuya, the Department of Tourism Secretary, said that soon pagbangon muli ang tourism, and I do agree with her. Okay? And we are preparing for that. That's why we are encouraging and motivating our students to do their best, because it's sooner they will be part of this industry. We also have Ms. Katlina Smilio, this is an international awardee. Okay, so awarded as Philippine Bartenders World Champion, and also currently a manager of OTO. We also have entrepreneur and owner of their own travel agency. We have Miss Lynn Mahanyu Javier, and we also have Nino Magararo. They are both, they both have their own travel agency here in Lucena City. Okay? Giving service to the community. And we also have part. I'm very happy that we already have members or staff of the tourism office in the different municipalities in our own province that they are serving now in their own municipality. So Ms. Ranilyn Camille G. and Donila is the currently appointed designate tourism officer of San Andres Quezon. We also have one from provincial tourism office. We also have one from Sariaya Tourism Office in the person of Mr. Melvin Lago. So you see, it is really good to hear that they are now serving their own municipality because of course they learn how to do it, and they started their training of course in our department. So this is another successful flight attendant in Qatar Airways. We have Miss Dana Javier. So for a lot more, and then we have the owner of the Mixinoy Señoritas Kitchen, so Mr. and Mrs. Cindy De Castro, who are both graduate of our department. So we are really proud of them. That they started us, and look at them now; they are very successful. And I would like to end my presentation with this quotation. So you don't choose the day you enter the world, and you don't choose the day you leave. It's what you do in between that makes all the difference. So at this point, I hope the as grade 12 students who will be entering the new chapter will make that choice and to be part of the hospital and in the future to let the CIHTF be your place where your journey of excellence begins. So by the way, all grade graduates in any strand and craft are qualified to enroll as long as your mind, your heart, and your passion is in hospitality. We will be glad to welcome you to be part of the MSEUF CIHTF. So once again, thank you very much. So if you have questions, you can contact us in this details. Thank you very much, Bob.
Thank you so much, Dr. Maricel D. Herrera, the Dean of the College of International Hospitality and Tourism Management, for that wonderful presentation. Thank you, ma'am. And of course, let me introduce to you also who will represent the College of Criminal Justice and Criminology. We have the representative, also our speaker for today, Ma'am Hazel Asoy. Good day, ma'am. Hello.
Once again, good afternoon. I am Hazel Anasoy, and on behalf of our Dean, Dr. Hinadina A. Lagumen, let me present and welcome you to the College of Criminal Justice and Criminology, where we educate law enforcement's finest. Let's start with the department milestone. So in 2009, we are granted with the Center of Development in Criminology program by the Commission on Higher Education, and through the efforts and hard work of our Dean, our Department Chair, Dr. Monette Tenorio, and all the faculty members, we are also granted a Center of Excellence in Criminology by the Commission on Higher Education as well. And of course, in 2009 up to the present date, we are a provider of the Expanded Tertiary Education Equivalency and Accreditation Program, or ETIAP, for criminology. And lastly, we from 2017 to 2022, we are a Level 3 Paco Kowari accredited criminology program. And the criminal justice and criminology is the only criminology program in Quezon that was awarded by CHED as Center of Excellence in Criminology Education. So aside from the department milestone, the department is also a home of criminology top-notchers, starting from Sir Alexis Nava on September 2000. We also have Ma'am Maria Portia Placino, who is currently a member of the Academe. We also have Patrol Officer John Bonreb Roy Rodas, who is the top one of the criminology licensure examination on June 2019. And one of our very own faculty members, we have Sir John Michael Ponteveros from the November 2019 Criminology Licensure Examination. So ano ba yung mga career opportunities naman na maaari mong puntahan if you finish a bachelor's degree in criminology? Of course, you can be a police officer, you can be a jail officer, fire officer, or you can be a private investigator or security manager. The curriculum or the courses that we offer are the ones you'll need in order for you not just to be part of that specific law enforcement or military agency, but it will also help you to reach the highest excellence in your place of work once you finish or once you start your education in the College of Criminal Justice and Criminology. And of course, isama na rin natin yung opportunity to be part of the local government. And if you are looking for a pre-law course, you can also use BS Criminology as your pre-law course if you are aiming to be a lawyer in the near future. And of course, let me boast the roster of faculty that we have here in the College of Criminal Justice and Criminology. So we have Dr. Henedina A. Lagumen as our dean. Our department chair is Dr. Monette Tenorio, and our faculty members are retired police officers. We have doctors of criminology and students of masters in criminology. So dun pa lang sa mga qualifications na yun, makikita na natin na napakaganda ng quality ng education na ipinoprovide or binibigay ng College of Criminal Justice and Criminology. And of course, we also have different department activities for students. Na kahit ngayong online na yung ating klase ngayong semester and the previous semesters, we want to ensure that the students can actually experience what it feels like being a criminology student of Manuel S. Enverga University Foundation. So here are some of the previous activities that we have. As part of the criminalistic subjects such as dactyloscopy, forensic photography, and even the OJT programs or internship programs, here are some of the activities that we had. We allow our students to actually experience what it feels like being an investigator, being a forensic photographer, and being part of the law enforcement agency through the internship or on-the-job training programs that we have. And aside from academic activities, we also have community extension service. We are trying to give back to the community. We are trying to educate the members of the community para mas maging maayos ang ating community, para mas maging solid ang ating law enforcement capabilities through the help of the TANODs, and of course the local officials. And for our community service, ang specific na area namin is Barangay Dalahican, and our community extension service includes fire prevention seminars, cybercrime prevention seminars. We also have martial arts programs for the chosen community. And of course, to ensure that the students will enjoy not just their academic journey, but also have fun while learning, we also offer extracurricular activities for our students. Previously, we hold Criminology Week. We joined joined the career guidance of the university. We also joined the university intramurals, and last semester, we conducted the first ever virtual criminology week sa pangunguna ng aming Department Student Council and Advisor, and it was a success. And hopefully, we will still be able to continue with those activities, whether face-to-face man yan or online, because we want to ensure that students will have a balanced student and extracurricular activities while they are enjoying their stay with the College of Criminal Justice and Criminology. So if you are interested to be part of our department, you can get in touch through our Facebook page, that is facebook.com/MSEUFCCJC, and we are more than happy to welcome you to our department. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Dean Herrera, and of course, Mama Soy, for telling us and enlightening our live audience relative to your to the offered courses, activities, and programs in your departments. And as of the moment, I would just like to ask our live audience na pwede po ninyong i-type ngayon sa ating live comments via YouTube and Facebook ang inyong queries and concerns sa ating resource speaker or sa ating resource speakers slash representative of the College of Criminal Justice and Criminology and the College of International Hospitality and Tourism Management. I hope that these materials from our dean and representative would really help our students become such a responsible netizen, especially now that we are on the cyber age, and a responsible citizen of the Manuel S. Enverga University Foundation. Denise? I think we have to open na, no, the table for the panel interview or the question and answer portion.
Okay, yes. So let's start our Q&A portion for today. So
All right.
let us, okay.
Okay. Ma'am Asoy and Dean Herrera, are you ready po? Because I think our students and live audience have sent their questions to us already. Okay. Ayan. Ladies and gentlemen, again with us today, Ma'am Asoy and Ma'am Herrera to answer your questions and queries. Let's have first this first question from Queen Haven. Para kay Dean Herrera, what unique opportunities do your programs provide?
For the question, I think it's really interesting program. So when it comes to the uniqueness of the opportunities that our program offer, we as what I have presented here, do last and which really expose the students with the enhancement of
All right. I think we don't get Ma'am Herrera clearly, or from my end. I'm sorry, Ma'am Herrera, to cut you. Denise,
yes.
Is Ma'am Herrera clear on your end?
Hindi po, sir.
All right. Kasi sayang yung moment, no? Para lalong ma-enlighten ang ating students.
Yes.
How about now? Am I audible?
Not so, ma'am.
Hello. Hello.
Alright. Balikan po natin si Dean Herrera a little later. Ano po? Balikan natin yung question mo. Queen Haven later on. Let's move forward to the second question from Unique April Abastillas. Okay. Denise, will you please read the second question for Ma'am Asoy?
Okay, this question is po for Ma'am Hazel. Ma'am Hazel, may mga qualifications and requirements po ba bago kami makapasok sa criminology?
Okay, so for the requirements and qualifications, we are providing equal opportunity for our students to enroll and be part of the criminology department. But in connection with her question, kasi when it comes to application to jobs like specifically sa Tri-Bureau or the PNP, BJMP, and Bureau of Fire, they are requiring or they are having certain requirements like for the height of female and male applicants. So if you didn't meet that height requirements, once you enrolled in the College of Criminal Justice and Criminology, we are giving you opportunities in order for you to gain that specific eligibility. For instance, if you need to apply for a height requirement, we are coordinating with the NCIP, who is the agency providing or approving that waiver para matulungan or para mabigyan ng insight sa mga estudyante kung ano ba yung kailangan nilang gawin para makuha yung waiver na yon, and later on, pag nag-a-apply na sila sa Tri-Bureau, is they can use that waiver para makapasok sila smoothly dun sa mga agency na gusto nila. And as a matter of fact, recently lang we coordinated with NCIP, and we have students who attended a seminar by NCIP, and they were enlightened kung ano ba talaga yung dapat gawin, ano yung mga requirements para makakuha ng height waiver. So for other requirements naman, so weight and so on, wala din po kaming mga ganyang requirements dito. Kasi again, we are providing equal opportunity for students. If you want to enroll in the College of Criminal Justice and Criminology, we will openly and wholeheartedly accept you and guide you.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, Ma'am Asoy, for that. You know what, Denise? I think this is very interesting, having known na very inclusive ang College of Criminal Justice
Yes.
and Criminology. Thank you so much for that, and I hope that was clear for Miss Unique April Abastillas. Let's move forward to the next question. So medyo nawala ulit si Ma'am Herrera. Let's intend this question to Ma'am Asoy once again from Shira Luna. Good afternoon po, Ma'am. For CCJS po, may mga program po ba kayo para ma-train mentally and emotionally ang mga student na pinoproduce nyo?
Okay. So, ang ganda ng question niya, no? Kasi based on sa na-experience natin ngayon, parang nagkakaroon tayo ng questions na are the graduates of criminology ethically upright or morally upright? But here in Virgo University and in our department, what we actually aim for is to produce students who are morally upright. Pagkapasok pa lang nila sa department namin, we are training them to be officers, to be law enforcers. And hindi namin sila tinuturuan na maging mayabang, maging mapagmalaki, or and so on. What we're trying to imbue or gusto namin itanim sa mga utak nila, sa pag-iisip nila at sa ugali nila, na ang magiging profession nila once they graduated and once they become a part of the Tri-Bureau is that they will be serving other people, they will be serving the community. That's why lahat ng mga subjects namin, minor and major subjects, we are incorporating values, we are incorporating the proper moral values na dapat meron sila. So, dun pa lang sa mga subjects na yun, tinuturo na namin sa kanila kung paano ba maging mabuting pulis, maging mabuting fire officer pagdating ng panahon. And of course, we are also conducting seminars and webinar na magtuturo din sa kanila kung ano ba yung importance ng pagiging mabuting estudyante and paano ba nila ma-apply yung disiplina from being a student to being a professional and a law enforcer in the near future.
Very well said, Ma'am Asoy. Thank you so much for that insight. I hope our student, Shira Luna, got it right from Ma'am Asoy already. And totoo na kailangan talaga natin i-instill sa students ngayon pa lang, no, yung good values, because we really have to be well-mannered in every situation. Parang medyo we are experiencing some difficulties, Denise, but if I would be asking you, Denise, what is your takeaway for today's discussion?
Okay, sir. So, for today's discussion, syempre, nagsisilbing training ground natin yung everyday experience, right?
Yeah.
So, from, since this pandemic, mas na-spend natin yung time natin on screens. Especially, this is the only way that we can reconnect from one another. So, mahalaga na we have enough knowledge and we have enough proper behaviors para natin maisasagawa na maayos. Especially na estudyante tayo ng Manuel Virgo University at ng iba't ibang participating schools. How about you, Sir Jade?
Yeah. Your takeaway is very relatable, especially to our live viewers. So one of my takeaways today is that being a well-mannered person does not select anyone, but everyone talaga. Kailangan talaga natin i-consider ito kahit estudyante ka or professional ka na or ano man ang status mo sa society. And I think that was a very good discussion coming from Ma'am Asoy already. And bumalik na si Ma'am Asoy. Hello, Ma'am, again.
Hello.
Okay. Meron tayong last question, Denise, coming from James Christian Mente. Okay. The question?
Okay. So this question is for, good afternoon po. After graduation po, paano niyo po matutulungan ng mga students niyo na magkaroon ng work?
Okay, so for the criminology department, we are helping them once they enrolled. First year pa lang, tinutulungan na namin sila na magkaroon ng mindset na yung pag-aaral nila is hindi lang para matapos yung 4-year course, but also to have a profession in the law enforcement and public safety. And of course, once they reach the time na ready na silang magtrabaho or ready na silang graduate, we are offering OJT programs that allows them to actually work in the agencies like PNP, BFP, and BJMP. Through the OJT program, it will give them an insight. Ano ba yung ginagawa nitong mga police natin, ng mga PJMP officers and fire officers natin, and how can they be part of those agencies. So through that, it will give the graduates or the students a clearer insight or a clearer view of how they can be part of those agencies. And of course, all throughout your stay in the College of Criminal Justice and Criminology, again, we are offering training. We are also offering seminars that will discuss ano ba talaga yung mga kailangan mo in order for you to become an upright and a member of the Tri-Bureau, and ano pa yung mga pwede mong gawin para hindi ka lang makapasok pero mag-excel ka dun sa iyong profession later on.
Thank you so much, Mama. Sorry for that. I guess James got it right directly from Ma'am Asoy, dahil ang tanong niya is paano matutulungan yung estudyante, and I think that answer also caters to the queries and concerns of all the students who are still with us right at this moment, okay? And Denise, I think hindi na natin kasama si Dean Herrera, sadly, because of technical glitch and problematic internet connection. However, to all our live viewers who have concerns and questions intended sa ating CIHTM, pwede po natin i-direct ang ating questions sa kanilang Facebook page, CIHTM Facebook page. Lahat ng questions relative to their enrollment, to their programs, to their activities, and even dun sa questions nyo na may kinalaman sa kung saan ba kaming trabaho mapupunta pagkatapos namin gumraduate sa inyong programs, pwede nyo pong ilagay ang tanong nyo directly sa kanilang Facebook page. Okay? And Denise, we have to give thanks sa ating estudyante, sa ating live audience for throwing their questions to us para sa ating question and answer portion.
Yes, thank you so much sa mga students natin dyan, lalo na po sa mga participating schools from Talipan National High School, Dalahican National High School, and of course, sa watching YouTube from South Central Mindanao College of Science Technology, Tacurong City, and to our online viewers as well.
Yes, thank you so much, people. And of course, thank you so much to our resource speakers / representative from the College of Criminal Justice and Criminology, Ma'am Hazel Asoy, and to our Dr. Marisol Herrera of the College of International Hospitality and Tourism Management for substantially sharing your precious time with us and entertaining queries of our audiences. Now, it's best to engage ourselves in the flexible learning guidelines of our university. May we have the chair of the MSEUF Learning or Flexible Learning Committee, no other than Dr. Felix Berto Mercado.
My task is to present to you a summary or in a bird's eye view or in a nutshell what the MSEUF Learning Continuity Plan is. And this will be implemented for school year starting first semester of school year 2020-2021. Our goal in this MSEUF Learning Continuity Plan is for learning to continue at MSEUF during education disruption that we are in now when the better normal sets in. So we would want to ensure that there will be no disruption in learning and in the way we deliver lessons or instruction to our students. So we drafted this MSEUF Learning Continuity Plan. We have two objectives here. That is, the first objective is to provide learners with the most flexibility on the learning content, schedules, access, and innovative assessment, making use of digital and non-digital tools. And our second objective is to provide teachers, non-teaching staff, and administrators a guide on how flexible teaching and learning will be implemented in the entire university system. Although the MSEUF Learning Continuity Plan that we are presenting at this moment will cover mostly the college and graduate levels, because the basic education has their own learning continuity plan that is anchored on the LCP, or Learning Continuity Plan of the Department of Education. Here is the executive summary of the LCP, or the Learning Continuity Plan. So this Learning Continuity Plan is our major commitment, or it is the major commitment of MSEUF in ensuring that learning continues in the collegiate and graduate levels during education disruption, while taking into consideration the health and safety of the students, faculty, non-teaching staff, and administrators. It highlights the policies that govern the conduct of flexible, blended, distance, online, and face-to-face learning sessions. These are the components of flexible learning. Assessment of learning, as well as assessment for learning, health and safety measures, project implementation description, including the key people, framework, and system for the transition and integration of flexible learning approaches, systems and procedures for the transition to flexible learning, curricular modifications, reflecting flexible learning strategies on content and use of learning materials in objects, teaching and learning activities and requirements, evaluation and assessment, including that for OJT and practicum, resources and support services for students and faculty, policies on intellectual property rights, especially those that govern online educational resources, plagiarism, attendance, policies on attendance, reporting and updating, teaching complement, orientation guide for students and teachers, and mechanisms for continuous quality improvement, or CQIs. Now, this LCP will be implemented by the Office of the President through the Office of the Vice President for Academics and Research as executive officers in charge. And the MSEUF Flexible Learning Committee shall be the implementing arm of the LCP in coordination with the Dean's Council, Academic Council, and the heads of various offices that provide support to the academic and non-academic activities of the MSEUF. As you can see on your screen now, these are the people that will guide us in our implementation of this learning continuity plan. Now, for the framework and system for the transition and integration of flexible learning approaches at the university, so we shall be using asynchronous learning sessions, synchronous modules, offline modules, print modules, and face-to-face learning sessions if and when allowed by CHED, DepEd, LGU, local IITF, and other government agencies. And we shall use these as modalities of flexible learning options. Various proprietary and non-proprietary platforms that are available, affordable, and accessible to both students and teachers will be used. Agility, flexibility, and resilience will be the main characteristics that will be considered in the choice of platforms to use in the delivery of instruction. And familiarity with and capability to use the platforms on the part of both students and teachers will likewise be considered. Although everybody knows that we have our we are subscribed to a proprietary learning management system, which is NEO. Dr. Tan introduced us to the Google Classroom, which could be another option or a backup for the NEO LMS that we are using, should the NEO LMS be inaccessible to both faculty and students. So I'd like to show you the video. So here it is.
Considering the consistency of internet connectivity in the country in general and in the community in particular, the MSEUF academic community shall implement three-pronged flexible learning modalities for college and graduate students. First, for students coming from areas where there is a strong and consistent internet connectivity all the time, Synchronous learning sessions plus asynchronous modules will be used in the delivery of instructions to students. Second, for students coming from areas where there is a weak and inconsistent internet connectivity sometimes, asynchronous plus offline modules will be used in the delivery of instruction to students. Internet connectivity of students and teachers may be through home broadband, DSL, cable or mobile data package, and prepaid or postpaid mobile data package. Instructional delivery platforms include Neo LMS, Google Classroom, Moodle, Canvas, Edmodo, etc. Synchronous online learning sessions may be conducted using Zoom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, Messenger Rooms, and Skype. Email and social media platforms like Facebook and Facebook Messenger may also be used by both students and teachers. Third, for students who have no internet connectivity, print modules plus face-to-face learning sessions may be conducted if CHED or DepEd or LGU permits. However, there will be reduced class sizes and class days for the conduct of face-to-face learning sessions. Likewise, the university shall ensure that physical distancing is sustained and that health and safety measures are in place and properly implemented and observed religiously. This system and framework for the transition and integration of flexible learning approaches shall be informed and guided by the principles of blended and distance learning. Learning continues at Invergay University in these interesting times.
Okay, that is noted, Dr. Mercado. Thank you very much. Now, to share with us the admission procedure in the new normal, we have the MSEUF Admission Officer, Professor Joanna Fe Panganiban.
This is the admission application procedures for college applicants and transfer students for school year 2021 to 2022. To submit your application, please visit portal.mseuf.edu.ph/admission and fill out the online application. Siguraduhin kumpleto ang mahalagang impormasyon na hinihingi sa iyong application, katulad ng iyong contact information at iba pa. Afterwards, you will be asked to upload a clear scanned copy of the following requirements: PSA birth certificate, grade 12 report card, good moral certificate, transcript of records and honorable dismissal for transfer students, and your 2x2 photo with white background. Kapag natapos mo na ang online admission application, makaka-receive ka ng SMS that you have successfully submitted your application. Afterwards, the admission officer will review the application submitted and the uploaded admission requirements. The prospective students will be evaluated based on past academic performance, since entrance examination is on hold for the school year 2021 to 2022. Para sa mga transfer students, kapag kompleto na ang uploaded transcript of record or copy of grades mo sa admission portal, the admission officer will endorse it to your respective evaluator for temporary evaluation or subject crediting. Pagkatapos, ipapadala sa iyong email ang temporary evaluation para maging reference mo during the online registration of subjects. Para naman sa mga gustong mag-avail ng online career advising with the admission officer, to further guide you in setting your career goals in making wise decisions about your future, maaari kang pumili ng schedule after your admission application. Just click the schedule and preference of modality in the admission portal. Pagkatapos ma-review ng admission officer ang iyong application at ang mga uploaded admission requirements, you will receive a notification through SMS about the approval of your admission application, or pwede kang mag-log in to your admission account and follow the instructions for online enrollment or registration. Ang instructions para sa online registration and enrollment schedule ay maaari mo ring makita sa iyong admission account. Para sa iba pang katanungan, you may contact the admission office at admissions@mseuf.edu.ph or maaari mo ring bisitahin ang aming official Facebook page at facebook.com/MSEUF Admission Office. Pwede ka ring tumawag sa landline number at 042-785-5370 or through mobile phone at 0931-096-9588 mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 8 ng umaga hanggang alas 5 ng hapon. Stay safe at magkita-kita tayo sa Inverga University.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma'am Joanna. So for our online viewers, sana po maliwanag sa atin ang video presentation ni Professor Joanna Pepanganiban for our enrollment procedure. Okay, so you can still join us on our second day tomorrow for the last day of our online career education series, January 15, 2021. Same time, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Professionals and employees are invited as well. And to receive your electronic certificates, please click the link found on our Facebook and YouTube's description. Certificates will be provided to those who have attended the full duration of our webinar. So make sure, guys, na you stay tuned until the very end of this webinar. And of course, this webinar will be evaluated by you guys. So evaluation link will be posted here on our live stream and our live comments. Please help us get this event evaluated. And don't forget to like and follow the MSEUF Facebook page and subscribe at the MSEUF YouTube channel for more updates. So our official hashtag for this series is hashtag MSEUF Career Ed. And we would like to thank all of you who joined us today. Sana po marami tayong natutunan at baunin natin sa araw-araw ang ating po natutunan for today's afternoon, especially that it's very timely and it's very informative, very helpful, lalo na po sa panig natin mga estudyante, kahit po sa mga professionals, dahil most of our time we spend it on our screens. And gaya na sinabi namin ni Sir Jade, the only way that we can reconnect with one another is through social media. So use and click wisely so that hindi po tayo nabibiktima ng kung sino-sinong mga masamang krimen sa social media. Okay, batiin natin ang mga live comments nandito natin ngayon sa live. So, very active pa rin hanggang ngayon ang ating mga viewers, especially from Senior High School Talipan National High School. Hello po sa inyo dyan. And sa ating Dalahican National High School. Of course, sa ating mga grade 12 students here in Manuelas Enverga University Foundation. So, please continue to share this webinar so that marami po ang makinabang sa ating isinagawang activity for this afternoon. And of course, if you have any questions para po sa ating College of International and Hospitality and Tourism Management, you can ask any queries or any concerns on their Facebook page. So, i-entertain po tayo din ng ating mga assigned na sasagutin pong ating mga katanungan. Okay? So, online enrollment is ongoing for college at IGSR and ITIAP until January 17, 2021. So, may time pa kayo para makapag-enroll and make sure to isasagawa natin ng health protocols. Ayan. So, I hope everyone is safe and healthy sa mga nanonood po sa atin ngayon. Especially sa atin po mga estudyante na po. So, always wash your hands, di ba nga? And keep safe and healthy, guys. So, sending shout out si Geraldine Masaga. Ayan. Active na active pa rin sila hanggang ngayon. Okay, I think this is Sir Jade Ora. And nakasama na natin si Sir Jade ulit.
Yes, Denise, the things that we are doing right now are very challenging, but it's really it's a good thing na may kasama tayong very techy people. Yeah, these people are very vital in troubleshooting the difficulties that we used to experience in this new normal setup.
Yes. Yan talaga ang struggle ngayon, Sir Jade, right?
Totoo. And I just have to thank you for really saving this moment. And, you know, yeah, and also thank you for reminding our live audiences na the online enrollment is still ongoing for college, IGSR, and ETIAP because it's very important to really inform them about this great news.
Yes.
Okay. I would just like to remind Denise, our live audience, relative to our evaluation link. Okay? Ulitin lang natin na this program, the day 2 of our online series for this week, shall be evaluated by our live audiences, and the evaluation link is posted here on our live stream.
Yes.
And will also be posted on our live comments. Okay.
And please help us po to get this event evaluated. So that is our evaluation link.
Yes. And of course, thank you so much for these people for still staying with us up until this very moment.
And of course, don't forget to like and follow the MSEUF Facebook page and also subscribe to the MSEUF YouTube channel for more updates. And
Yes.
use our official hashtag for this series, hashtag MSEUF.
MSEUF Career Ed. All right. We would like to thank you all for joining us today. Don't forget that we still have our last day tomorrow. And at this moment, let us have the closing remarks coming from the Vice President for External Relations, no other than Mr. Celso Habanya.
Good day, everyone. You have just heard our scintillating speaker expounded on intellectually stimulating topic that truly mark an emphatic career opportunities once you enroll in any of the offered programs in our most esteemed autonomous university in the entire Quezon province. At Invergue University, we focus and play our role on the importance of your individual interests, strengths, and aspirations. Invergue University guides you all throughout, especially when you are at risk and even in your subject choices and pathways. We provide you comforts of your home and we care about your achievements. Be part of our family and savor the beauty and challenges through a planned flexible learning programs and experiences as Invergans with optimistic outlook on life and sense of purpose. Be as it may, with a research-based knowledge, leadership and managerial skills, and professionalism. On behalf of Invergue University, headed by our Chairman CEO, Wilfrido L. Enverga, with President CEO Madam Naila Enverga Leveriza, we thank you all for this great opportunity of having you in this career education series.
Thank you so much, Sir Celso Habanya, for that closing remarks.
And there you have it, Enverguistas, students, teachers, and guests. Thank you for being with us today. I am your host, Denise De Hello.
And of course, always remember that the Enverga University will always be with you as you realize your dreams. Thank you so much, people. This is Jade Araa, your host.